Hey, what's up guys, Josh's Boost here and welcome back to another Digimon gameplay video. Today another match from locals, first locals EX3 format for me. On the left side we have Edwin piloting Bloomlord slash Hydramon, and on the right side we will have Thomas playing Jesmon, which he has been playing for a bit, I believe. So yeah, hopefully we will finally get to see just how powerful Bloomlord really is. Because it is really powerful in this meta game. I think definitely one of the best decks. So yeah, we see Thomas having quite a decent start, evolving to Solarmon, then going Hakmon to add to. Edwin starting with the green memory boost here, which is nice because it will potentially help him dig for the rookie that he needs, or a better rookie if already has one. He adds Pelmon there, and then he also evolves into Pelmon, so maybe he didn't have Pelmon. Then going to Hydramon to memory choke the Jesmon player to 1. That's one of the good things about Bloomlord, right? You always have all these 1 to evolve level 4s. Either you're going to like the Hydramon or the Red Veggie, or into the Sunflowermon where you try to combo off, which is very strong. Like out of a sudden, for very low memory cost, Bloomlord can go like super wide. And then, you know, bringing out a Digimon with the Sunflowermon, and then being able to suspend that Digimon for the Digisorption of a Blossommon. Very strong, and Blossommon coming down here as well. Edwin slowly building up the stack. Hard playing Pelmon here, review the top 4. Being able to add Vegetation and Fairy, but just revealing Vegetation here and adding the Hydramon, I think he added. We do see as Bloomlord in hand here, but honestly, going into it, it doesn't really accomplish much here. I really feel like you usually need to go into the Bloomlordmon when you already have a lot of Digimon on the field, because like as it happens now, maybe Edwin didn't have another play, and then of course it's fair to do this, but it really doesn't accomplish much, right? It just evolves for 2 basically and then unsuspends itself. It's like, okay, it doesn't have any protection or anything. Although, to be fair, probably Jesmon isn't playing any removal for the Bloomlord anyway, outside of you know, just battling it, and he definitely won't be battling it for now because he is stuck on 3 rookies and only has 1 memory, so what's he really gonna do with that, right? Like, it's literally impossible to go into the Jesmon or the, what's it called, the safer Hakmon to attack over it. So yeah, he's just going to play red memory boost there. Really seems to be having a tough time setting up, and that's the thing with Jesmon, right? You need to get all your combo pieces to do that big push, and like if you get them super early, then it's super strong, but if you don't, you're just kind of stuck with doing nothing. As we see here, Bloomlord going to swing, and then hard playing Hydramon, which is nice because it does counter the memory boost that's on the field, and once again, Jesmon is stuck on just 1 memory. Like, even if he does have Bauhawk, Savior Hawk, what's it gonna do, right? Going to play the From Master Disciple here, lots of options. Or lots of options, I think Bauhawk and GX, but he decides to go for the GX, so that, I mean, implies he already has access to some kind of Bauhawkmon in his hand. But just slowly setting up the piece so he can go for a big push right away. Swinging with Pelmon there, hitting into another Bauhawk. He really wants those Digimon suspended to survive, so the Bloomlord does more checks, right? But they are very small, so the odds of that happening aren't that big. But yeah, it's still looking good for Bloomlord, even though it literally hasn't done anything yet. Just kind of build up a stack that doesn't do anything, and then play down a couple of rookies. But at least it's better than what Jesmon is doing at this point. So that's nice, I guess. But yeah, here he finally has to put Jesmon to 2, Jesmon going into the Bauhawk. However, we do have to remember that Bloomlord literally just has a game on field. There we see a Hydramon, not coming down though, but was in security. That card's so strong. Like, I can't remember if it actually, we get to see in this match, but you know, if we do, it's kind of ridiculous, right? What it does. Suspend 1 of your or opponent Digimon, and then the end of turn effect where you get to spin something back. It's also just kind of crazy if you have the right amount of vegetation, I think, suspended. It's still a new card, right? So I'm still not 100% sure on what the requirements and stuff are, but I do know it's very, very strong. But yeah, it looks like Bloomlord's just going to swing for game here. Yeah. Would have been, like, if he hit with the first deck into what's called Crimson Blaze, then maybe Jesmon could have gotten back into the game, but yeah, no chance there. Edwin going for the Mulligan here with Bloomlord, and Jesmon seems to be keeping the hands, forcing Bloomlord to start. Honestly, I think it's a little bit weird because I think most of the decks kind of want to go second, so you always want to let your opponent start, but I really feel like Bloomlord is one of those decks that wants to go first anyway. So, while it is nice that you get to go second, see more cards, and, you know, be able to have a little bit more memory, it will usually only be one extra memory anyway. And you are giving Bloomlord what they want, which is, you know, them going first, because it, you know, just makes it easier for them to set up, because they don't really need specific pieces to do their plays, right? Which is one of the things that makes the deck so good. It does have a couple of hard counters though. And I didn't even talk about it yet because we didn't see it yet, but I don't even think Hydramon is the best support from EX3. I honestly feel like the Pomumon is, like, no diff, even is the best support from EX3, because it finally makes it, you know, able for Bloomlord to actually outstuff with the engine. Before it literally just, it literally couldn't do that, but now you just suspend the Pomumon, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, like no restriction whatsoever, and then you can just attack over it, right? It makes it just so hard to play against the deck. I playtested against it quite a bit with Hexamon, and it's just so rough. Maybe it's like a little bit easier for playing Melga, and you can just at some point move out your stack and just, you know, go for game. I suppose Melga should have a pretty good time playing against it, but you know, for so many other decks that, you know, they can't just do that, it's really rough. But yeah, we see Bloomlord here suspend Pomu, and then yeah, he gets to suspend the Hugmon, but it doesn't matter. Oh, it does matter because he's keeping turn with the Bloomlord. So yeah, then he can just attack over it and do piercing, I think. Since there were to suspend the Digimon, I was too busy rambling about how broken Pomemon is to pay attention to what was happening. But now we do see how strong it is, right? So yeah, it goes. And also double check. Yeah, so it's already, again, looking quite strong for Bloomlord, even though the field isn't quite spammed yet. You've also do Sunflower here, and then... Okay, so he brings out the Pomemon, but, you know, be sure to, you know, mention it in the comments how this is a legal play. I know you guys love doing that. But yeah, this is not possible, right? I think the confusion here is that a lot of Digimon effects, they have to resolve as much as they can, but I'm pretty sure that Sunflowermon says you have to suspend something to bring out a vegetation, and that means that, like, it's kind of like a cost in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can't do B without first doing A, where a lot of times in Digimon, again, that's not the case, but with Sunflowermon, I'm pretty sure that the wording is like that. So the Pomemon now shouldn't technically be on the field, but, you know, it is what it is. Nothing to do about it now. Bloomlord coming down there, suspending the Pomu. And yeah, here it is kind of making a difference, I guess, because he gets out the Hugmon. Because of the Pomemon that's on the field now. To be honest, like, even if the Hugmon stayed on the field, what was it gonna do, right? The Bloomlord would have still attacked for 2 checks. But yeah, facts be facts. Not a legal play there. But honestly, I don't... unless the security here are like... yeah, like double from Master to Disciple or like Memory Boost or whatever. I'm not really sure how Jesmon is going to get back into this game. Although I guess it depends how much memory Bloomlord is going to give to the Jesmon deck, but unless he gives something like 5 now, I really don't see it happening. If it just plays down the 3 cost, it's pretty much over, right? Honestly said, I hoped we would see some cool Hydramon action or like really good Bloomlordmon action, but we didn't even see like the field be spammed full with plants and stuff. But didn't matter. The deck was just faster than the Jesmon deck, and yeah, it took the match here. I'm just gonna go say GG here because again, I don't think there's any way at all for for Jesmon to get back into the game. And yeah, we just see the scoop here. Yep, Bloomlord kind of OP. We'll be seeing a lot of that for the coming format, I think.